we have officially hit 5,000 subscribers, and I'm so excited for what the future holds for this channel, for you, and for. In fact, I remember the time I had 100 subscribers when I actually used to keep checking YouTube Studio, and I do that even now. If one subscriber has increased, if two subscribers and has increased, I started this channel when I joined my PhD. So in 2019, I had joined my PhD at BITS, and I realized in 1 year that with respect to my mental health, I was not in a great place. And I realized if I keep looking for validation at my workplace, I would never make a headway. 2020, COVID struck, everybody was at home, and I came across a course by one of the influencers which prompted me to start my side hustle journey. I took that course, I realized there were several others like me who wanted more from their life, who wanted something outside their work, who wanted validation outside their workplace. As community, we started building our channels, our side hustles together. There was community support provided, and I took advantage of all of that. I put my first video in 2021 January. If I remember clearly, that video was on procrastination. I was a heavy productivity junkie, so I wanted everyone not to procrastinate and start their journey, whatever it is. Every week, I used to post one long form video. I think it was on Sunday. That time there was no concept of shorts. Then in next 1.5 year, the concept of shorts came. Everyone started posting shorts. I did not give in to the trend because I wanted an audience which was stable minded, who really understood long form content. After I had built that community, I started posting shorts. Once I started posting shorts, I started getting good results. At the initial stages, I started posting 2 shorts per day. Then I reduced to one per day, and I slowly realized it is not just about quantity. Somewhere in this horde of posting multiple times a week with a full time PhD, I had lost track of how the videos were produced, how the storytelling was happening, what was my audio quality. There was still lot of echo in the room. Throughout my YouTube journey, there were few things that I did that fueled my growth. And in today's video, I wish to share that. What are the mistakes that I have done? What are the things that I have done good? So that once you start your YouTube channel, whether it is on YouTube or you can start a handle on Instagram or LinkedIn or whichever platform, you get growth faster and you don't have to wait that long. So the first mistake that I did was not to align with my personality. And let me explain this for 1 second. By nature, I'm quite simple. I like things straightforward. I like things in one place. However, when it came to my channel, the thumbnails were so messed up. It was not messed up. I was just trying to copy others in the hope of growth. Yes, thumbnails are important. Yes, titles are important, but not to the extent that you compromise on your personality. For example, when I started, my thumbnail looked something like this. Then it changed to this. Then it changed to this. In the bid to find an inspiration, I was actually compromising what I really stood for. I stood for simplicity. I stood for minimalism. I stand for value driven approach. I stand for quality over quantity. In the growth of this channel, I somewhere compromised and messed up all of these things. So I started simplifying my thumbnails. अगर होने को है तो हो जाएगा, नहीं होना है कोई बात नहीं. I'm not going to just keep copying others in the hope that someday my channel will, someday things will change for me. I'm not up for that. I realized in this YouTube journey that we all have unfair advantages. And I came across this word by one of the videos from Ali Abdal, the greatest productivity junkie you can ever know of. Like if I'm starting a channel about PhD, me doing PhD at BITS campus is an advantage. Many people aspire for it. And for the longest time, I said to myself, I will just focus on giving content. I don't want to reveal my location. I don't want to reveal where I study. I just want to be strictly strategic to the topic itself. But you know what? When I posted a video explaining about the admission process of BITS KK Birla campus, of any campus for that matter, that video took up. And I'm really glad I did, because that was an experiment which was required at that point of time when my channel growth was really slow. Same thing for you. If you are planning to start your channel, you may have done your internship, say, suppose at Nestle. You may think it is a 2 day internship. What is the point? For others, there may be a point. You doing an internship at Nestle could be a huge thing for somebody else looking for an internship opportunity. You never know what people are searching for, what strikes with other people. Let's say you are a man, you want to start a YouTube channel. You may have faced struggles with your father. You may think everybody faces that. Everybody faces that, but nobody speaks about it. So you can speak about that. So you are getting my point. What you think is normal for you may not be normal for others. I would also take this opportunity to define what an expert is. In my mind earlier, what an expert was somebody who knew everything. I'm glad I have changed that definition. For me, now an expert is person who knows something a little better than someone. If, say, suppose you are in your PhD first year, okay, I'm giving the example of PhD because this channel is about that. You are in first year of your PhD. For someone who has not taken admission for PhD, for someone who has not given a written test, for someone who has not given an interview, for them, you are an expert. The next thing that I incorporated on my channel was vlogs. Now, I am personally quite a private person. I don't like to show my house to anyone. Now, in such a case, showing your surrounding can be tricky because you are making yourself vulnerable to people who don't even know you, whom you also don't know. But I have realized over time the thing about vlogs is that when you show life, you need not show your personal life. You can take a pic of you going in the garden. You can shoot yourself cooking something. You need not show your face. I recently attended a conference after a long time and I simply posted a vlog about it. Okay, I did not even shoot it properly, I think. जैसे मुझे आता था मैंने shoot किया. And you won't believe, in 1 hour, the views were 200 on it. None of my shots have gone this viral. So the point is simple. Start vlogging. You need not show what is going in your kitchen. You need not show what is going on in your house. You just show yourself outdoors. SEO, search engine optimization, is important. Your title, what is written on your thumbnails, what is written in description, it does matter because I have actually seen views going low because SEO of my videos was not done properly. A lot of people say that tags are not important. If they were not important, they wouldn't have been there in YouTube Studio in the first place. So I refuse to believe that tags are not important. When you are doing SEO, you do it for 4 things. One is your thumbnail, one is for title, one is for description, and do not ignore tags as well. I started with TubeBuddy. TubeBuddy is much more affordable. There are student plans available on that. On vidIQ, you just have to flat pay everything. Right now, as I'm filming this, I do have resources, so I don't mind splurging on vidIQ. But since you are a research scholar, you are a student, or someone who is testing out water, I would suggest going for TubeBuddy. How can a video go viral? I have studied a lot of videos. I have checked my channel also, the things that I have done, the things that I have not done. And one thing has always stood out. Wherever there is good storytelling, that video will always go viral. In terms of virality of video, audience retention plays an important role when it comes to thumbnails. Storytelling is one thing that will take any channel from 0 to 1 million. And on this channel also, if you really go through past few videos of mine, I have really worked on myself to really explain things in a manner that people like, that people love to watch. I've realized one thing in this YouTube journey, that staying confident offline does play a large role in staying confident online. Collaborations are important. As much as I don't like saying this, I have to accept that if you really wish to grow on YouTube, collaborations are a must. And hence, on this channel also, I have started collaborating with podcast with respect to different guests. If you have a suggestion for me with respect to podcast, you want me to reach out to anyone, or you find value in some person, in an idea, and you want me to collaborate with them, I would be more than happy to do it for you. The next thing that I've been working on is keeping videos under 15 minutes. Now, because of shorts, the retention of audience has gone down. And on this channel also, I've realized longer videos don't perform that well. If you are having a YouTube channel and you are not finding growth, then do consider starting bite sized content. Do consider making shorter videos so that you get better reach and see how it fares on your channel. I don't know if you are having a YouTube channel or you are planning to start a YouTube channel, because most of my audience are research scholars and I'm not sure how many of them actually are interested in something like this. Today's video was a tribute to that Atya who never faced camera but who dared to start a YouTube channel. This video is also a tribute to that Atya who really had mental health issues. There were a lot of things which were being said to her by different people, but who still managed to gather herself to start something of her own from zero during a full time PhD. I remember during my work, during my PhD, I had a colleague who came up to me. He did not say this directly on my face, but he did say it. People do other things. I have faced several taunts, I have faced several judgments starting this, and I'm really proud of myself for not giving in to criticism, for not giving in to shaming that was happening with me, for not giving in to opinions and judgments of others, for not giving up on herself. And I wish the same thing to you as well.